We begin this morning with breaking news. Multiple police, ambulance, SWAT, even a helicopter were all on the scene early this morning for a shooting call. Brandon Roth is live at the scene right now. Brandon, what do you know?
Well, Frankie, that shooting call came in shortly before 1 o'clock this morning, and there has been a heavy police presence here ever since. Take a look here. This is the Sunoco on the corner of James Street and North State Street in Syracuse, and you can see still a large police presence. They have the entire area blocked off. In fact, they have most of the whole block blocked off with the crime scene investigators. Right now, we just know that there was a shooting, and that call came in shortly before 1. But we can tell you that police investigators have been focusing their investigation. They seem to be in the parking lot area of the Sunoco. There are a number of investigators and detectives in this area. In fact, if we can come back now here on the scene, take a look. You can see we're looking at it right now. That is actually near the dumpster, near the back of the parking lot. They actually have put across a curtain there, and there have been a number of police and investigators around there. Earlier this morning when it was dark, they were combing through there with flashlights. So they're really seem to be focusing their investigation here by this dumpster. But again, an overnight shooting the call coming in shortly before 1 o'clock at this Sunoco here on the corner of North State Street and James Street. A number of police responding, and SPD's crime investigative unit is still on the scene. We've reached out to Syracuse police. We are expecting to hear something. They say they will be releasing a statement within the next half hour or so. And of course, stay with us. We will have that information for you as soon as it becomes available. But for now, that is the latest here. Frankie, let's take it back to you.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Get set for a quiet and enjoyable day heading into your Labor Day weekend. Good Friday morning to you. I'm Frankie Jupiter. Let's get you right over to Weather Authority meteorologist Peter Hall with a look at your drive time forecast. Pete, good morning to you.
And good morning. It is a pleasant start. We just had a great sunrise yet again this morning, like yesterday morning. Let's look ahead and see what's next. After seeing a very brief sprinkle and shower while you were sleeping as expected, there's nothing on the radar for now, and skies are pretty clear other than some very thin clouds. Notice what's happening back here. I know it's very subtle, but right here over Lake Huron and Georgian Bay, there are a couple of showers heading up there, and that's partly from some lake effect, and I think the same thing will try to happen late this morning and midday, directly east of Lake Ontario, right about there. Not in central New York, but if you're either traveling up north or watching us up north, don't be surprised if you see that brief shower late morning, midday. But in central New York, it's mostly sunny this morning, and a mix of sun and clouds the rest of the way, refreshing, a breeze, and look for a high of 75. We'll show you how things change hour by hour and place by place, and why here in central New York through the holiday weekend next.
Police also responded to a stabbing call earlier this morning. It happened just before 1:15 this morning on Emerson Avenue in Syracuse. Now, right now, the scene is all clear. Now, we've reached out to police for more information. Of course, we're going to continue to keep you updated as soon as we learn more. An entire dorm at Syracuse University is shut down this morning. 200 students are quarantining inside as they are tested for COVID-19. Now, COVID-19 turned up at the Ernie Davis Hall wastewater. The detection does not mean a student has the virus, but they're shutting it down out of caution. The school is also now starting to test all students and school employees who live in the building. Right now, the university is reporting 9 active coronavirus cases, with 29 recoveries. Now, students at SUNY Oneonta are packing their bags after the SUNY chancellor says the rest of their semester will be online. Now, this comes as the number of cases on campus continues to rise. Now, as of this morning, the college is reporting a total of 507 positive cases within their student body. The SUNY chancellor announced yesterday that students must go home to protect both students and the community. Students are required to get tested before leaving campus to reduce the spread of COVID to the rest of the community. Most students are expected to move off campus by Monday. Some students could be heading back to school as early as next week right here in central New York. Governor Cuomo was already putting mandates in place to help combat the coronavirus in the community when students return. School districts in our state will be required to provide Department of Health with daily COVID-19 data. This mandate goes into effect on Tuesday. Districts will have to tell the health department how many people tested positive. All of that information will be available on a new online dashboard. Now, each district will need to have a link to the dashboard on their website. The Oswego County Health Department is warning the community of 2 possible exposures to COVID-19 in the town of Fulton. Now, the first was at the Mimi's Drive-In Mimi's Drive-In from 5 to 9 p.m. this past Sunday or Tuesday. The next was at Mama Gina's Pizzeria from 7:30 to 9 last Sunday. Health officials are asking those who visited the restaurants to monitor themselves there for symptoms of COVID-19. After weeks of rallies from casino employees, Governor Cuomo is giving casinos in New York State the green light to reopen next week. Now, Governor Cuomo says casinos can reopen their doors as early as Wednesday, but there are requirements by the state. Now, casinos must operate at 25% capacity. Social distancing and face masks are required. Food and drinks will not be allowed on the gaming floor, and casinos must have enhanced air filtration systems installed. Now, casinos owned by the Indian nations like Turning Stone and Yellow Brick Road have already been open since early June. Looking ahead this morning, the mayor of Oswego has announced a new water playground splash pad that will be coming to the city next spring. Now, the mayor says it will be designed as a place to give young children a free and safe area to play during the warmer months. Now, the splash pad will be located at Brightbeck Park and is already under construction. Could your child be the next Olympic medal luge athlete? Well, sign-ups are happening soon for the USA Luge Slider Search Utica 2020. It's exactly how Olympic bronze medalist Erin Hamlin got her start in the sport. Because of COVID, the number of youngsters who can take part in each clinic is limited. The clinics will be held on Saturday, September 12th. And once again, it's going to be on Cornelia Street there near Utica City Hall. There are 3 sessions and only 10 kids can participate in each session due to social distancing. To sign up for the free event, just head over to usaluge.org. Still ahead, the Kickoff Cook-Off is winding down, where you can head over and help out the United Way and the local community right here in central New York. Plus, it's Labor Day weekend, and it's looking a lot different due to COVID-19, but there are still plenty of activities to do this weekend. What events are being held right here in central New York?
As we look ahead, of course, the Labor Day holiday weekend is an important forecast. We'll have specifics, including your Mono forecast. Maybe you need to make the lawn look nice. And why the forecast next week is tricky because of something happening on the other side of the globe. And it will affect us here in central New York next.
Why do I work for Rosselli? Because I'm home every night and make more money.
Rosselli is now hiring ready mix drivers. Great pay, home every night, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply at Rosselli-Northern.com.
Enter the King's Hawaiian Lunchbox Reaction Contest for a chance to win a $25,000 scholarship. Just capture your child's reaction to the delicious sandwich you made with your favorite King's Hawaiian bread product. For full contest rules and to enter by September 30th, visit lunchboxreactions.com.
I'm John Katko, and I approve this message.
Do you support releasing violent criminals into our streets? Dana Balter does. Balter calls it bail reform, but it releases dangerous criminals. It's freed sex offenders and caused a spike in violent crime. Even our Democrat county judge blasted Balter's dangerous plan because killers would be released into our community. Now Balter supports Pelosi's new plan requiring the release of prisoners nationwide. Dana Balter, not just dishonest, dangerous.
Without your nomination, CNY Tuesdays is like a kayak out of water, not going anywhere. So nominate a deserving nonprofit now at cnytuesdays.com. Then watch NBC3 News at 7 with Michael Benny to see who gets the grant. To date, your nominations have made a big splash, helping us give over $50,000 to Central New York nonprofits. Upstate Shredding, CNY Tuesdays, making every Tuesday count.
Nominate now at cnytuesdays.com.
Has healthcare ever been more important? I'm Dana Balter, and I know what it's like to go without health insurance, to almost go bankrupt from healthcare bills, to be labeled with a pre-existing condition the rest of my life. Congressman John Katko voted with Donald Trump to sabotage the Affordable Care Act, which would end protections for pre-existing conditions. I approve this message because every American should be able to afford good health care. It's never been more important.
We're dedicated and working hard to keep you healthy and safe whenever you need us. We bring our hearts and minds together to care for you and your family. Every day, you'll see the ways we ensure your safety. During this time of change, one thing remains the same: our commitment to care for patients and serve our community. Together, we are Upstate Strong.
Corn's ready. How sweet it is.
It's Onondaga grown.
Here's a look at our forecast. We'll start with the mow or no forecast. And I think most of the time you should have no problem mowing. Now, I say most because there are a couple of small opportunities for a brief shower. Today in central New York, we don't see it. East of Lake Ontario, a very brief shower possible late morning, midday. As we look ahead to Saturday and Sunday, small chances for a shower, most of the time dry. As we look beyond that, from Monday into next week, believe it or not, something that's happening near the Korean Peninsula and East Asia. One typhoon just went through North and South Korea. Here comes another one hitting them. That is going to interact with the jet stream, buckle it in the Pacific and here in the United States. Believe it or not, Denver is going to be in the 90s at least, and then the next day, rain and snow. Isn't that crazy? Well, that dips cold air in the Midwest, highs in the 30s and 40s, and look how close 50s are to central New York Wednesday. I'll tell you this, cold front is going to be very close to central New York, and while I have us in the warm end, it bears watching as we may have to make changes. That's what it looks like right now. Amazing how something on the other side of the globe affects all of the United States and here in central New York. New information about those small chances for localized showers that'll be brief through the holiday weekend, most of the time dry, up next.
We are headed into Labor Day weekend, and this year it may look a little different due to COVID-19. But there are still plenty of activities for you and your family to do this weekend. Now, this weekend, Midway Drive-In Theater in Fulton is holding their 20th annual Dusk Till Dawn show tomorrow and Sunday. It's a 5-movie marathon where you can literally watch movies all night long until like 4:30 in the morning. But it starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, Midway will start with the showing of the Muppet movie. You know, I love that movie. Jurassic Park classic, right? Jaws, The Thing, and Animal House, all starting again there, but starting at 4:20. That'll be starting at 4:20 in the morning Sunday. Now you have to buy tickets ahead of time, and you can purchase them online at our website. And if you're looking for a fun adventure for your family, starting tomorrow, Northline Navigation, and they're hosting a Green Lake State Park pop-up scavenger hunt. Well, the course opens up tomorrow at Green Lakes State Park in Fayetteville and will last 2 weeks. You run it on your own, and the goal is to locate as many of the invisible checkpoints as you can using just a map and compass. Now, there is no GPS allowed. The tickets cost $25 and are on sale right now, and kids are free. Still ahead, which are the hotspot locations of this Labor Day weekend and where many vacationers plan on going. Also, a health alert ahead of the holiday weekend. What health experts are warning before heading out on your family vacation.
Brooklyn Pickle. Pick up, take out, or dine in. Buckley Road, Liverpool.
I'm supporting Medicare for All in a district where the conventional wisdom is that you can't do that.
I'm going to interrupt now. It costs $30 trillion. Let's get that straight. $30 trillion.
We would pay for Medicare for All with a health care tax.
How many of you like your employer-based health care? Finish. You can't have it anymore. Well, that's what Medicare for All does. You cannot have it, period. Just the attitude is elitist, that we know better than ordinary people.
NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising. It's the Labor Day savings event at Metro Mattress. Get free delivery on every mattress in the store. Get a competition crusher Queen Euro Top mattress for only $2.99. Take home a Chatham & Wells Queen or King set and get a free adjustable power base upgrade. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets and get $300 in free gifts. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. Shop online, in store, or over the phone.
Metro Mattress, the sleep superstore.
I'm Dana Balter, and I approve this message.
I voted for John Katko.
But John Katko has changed.
He's totally Trump now.
Like voting for Donald Trump's tax law, which helps corporate special interests.
They want to pay for it by cutting Social Security and Medicare. And John Katko voted with Trump to block Medicare from negotiating lower prescription drug prices.
I voted for John Katko.
I voted for John Katko.
I voted for John Katko.
But not this time.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Hello, Syracuse. Dave Anthony here for Romano Toyota. Where there's no inventory issues here, we have over 100 2020 Highlanders to sell now. And this aggressive offer, lease a 2020 Highlander L for $267 a month. $267 a month for the brand new 8-passenger 2020 Highlander L with Toyota Safety Sense, improved fuel efficiency, backup camera, and more. Prefer to buy that Highlander's yours for $33,500 or get 1.9% financing up to 60 months. Romano Toyota, Bridge Street.
Dr. Phil, today at 3 on NBC3.
We're following breaking news this morning. One person is dead after an officer-involved shooting in Syracuse. This is according to Syracuse police. Now, what happened at the Sunoco gas station on North State Street. Now, this is what the scene looked like a few hours ago. We can go to that. Police responded to a shooting call where they found a 33-year-old man armed with a gun. Police say officers on the scene fired at the suspect, hitting him at least once. Now, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Police closed off roads near the scene earlier this morning. Now, those roads are now back open. The investigation is active and ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to call police. In many states and communities, coronavirus cases are trending in the right direction, which is down. But health experts worry Labor Day weekend and the travel and get-togethers that typically accompany it could reverse those numbers. Sarah Dolliff has this story.
Before the sun sets on summer, millions of Americans are planning a last warm weather hurrah. This Labor Day weekend, AAA sees travelers opting for remote locations over cities and driving instead of flying.
It's your own vehicle and you can control your stops.
But there are worries vacationers might trigger another round of COVID-19 infections. Some areas that saw spikes after Memorial Day, like Oregon's Multnomah County, pleading with people to play it safe.
Our ask of the public is to just find one way to take your plans down a notch in terms of risk.
That includes not taking a vacation from pandemic precautions, says Cleveland Clinic doctor Alan Tagey.
We need people to do social distancing. We need to keep gatherings to small numbers. Under 10 is what people say. And to wear masks when possible.
And while many continue to avoid crowds, health experts say small gatherings can be risky as well.
The more people there are, the greater the chances someone may have an asymptomatic or a pre-symptomatic infection, and they could spread it.
Safe and smart for the final days of summer. Sarah Dolliff, NBC News.
You know, there is less than 1 week left to help out the United Way and local restaurants. Now, the charity has teamed up with 20 local restaurants for the kickoff cook-off. Now, each restaurant will either sponsor a day or it will feature a menu item. Then a portion of the sales will go to the United Way. Now, all the money raised will directly benefit local programs, not to mention helping to support our local businesses. Now, Grimaldi's in East Syracuse is one of the locations taking part. They're offering a special dish, which is their Sicilian pasta. Now, $10 from each pasta dish will go to the United Way.
I participated in the United Way previous years, and I feel it reaches a lot of people in a lot of different avenues in the city, and it's well needed, and it's just a great way to give. And it's easy.
Well, the kickoff cook-off runs until September 8th. You can dine in or take out from select restaurants on their designated United Way days. For more information on restaurants taking part, just head over to our website at cnycentral.com. Alrighty, it's time now to celebrate some birthdays in our birthday bash. Happy birthday to Mackenzie and Michaela, turning 2. And happy birthday to Margaret, turning 7. So if you want to wish your child a happy birthday, please submit your child's photo through Chime In. Include your child's name, age, birthday, and picture, and make sure you put in all that needed information or your child will not be included. Please send it in at least 1 week in advance. And remember, Birthday Bash is open to kids and teens 18 and younger. We'll be right back.
Millions of people are saying yes to Allegra, including the experts. It's the #1 allergist-recommended brand for non-drowsy relief. Allegra works 2 times faster than Claritin, and while Zyrtec may cause drowsiness, Allegra won't. Say yes to Allegra.
Look, Limu! Someone out there needs help customizing their car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so they only pay for what they need. False alarm. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Don't forget your lunch! I'm making pizza on King's Hawaiian mini subs.
King's Hawaiian, what an irresistibly delicious idea.
All Drivers Village and Burdick family dealerships are stocked up for our Labor Day silent sale event. Shop while we're closed Sunday and Monday, then save Tuesday and Wednesday. At all Burdick family dealerships and everywhere in Drivers Village.
Penguin Pierre has a plan to keep everyone safe. Relax, we're keeping it cleaner and cooler than ever. And we're so flippin' excited to see you soon. Advance tickets available at cmog.org.
When President Trump fights for us, Nancy Pelosi obstructs him, and Anthony Brindisi helps Pelosi do it. Brindisi backed Pelosi's bill requiring the release of violent prisoners, even murderers and rapists. Pelosi wanted it, so Brindisi agreed. Anthony Brindisi even backed Pelosi's anti-police bill to help accused criminals and prevent police from protecting us. Because Anthony Brindisi backs criminals over cops and Pelosi over us. NRCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
For Labor Day at the Mattress Store at Duncan Bright, we are celebrating. Our best-selling bed just got even better. $300 off our Scott Living Juniper mattress. Or get 60 months financing, no minimum purchase, no interest, and no money down. Only at the Mattress Store at Duncan Bright, New York State's largest furniture store.
All right, everybody, I'm making sandwiches. On King's Hawaiian bread.
King's Hawaiian, what an irresistibly delicious idea.
We're following breaking news this morning. 1 man is dead in an officer-involved shooting in Syracuse. Our Brandon Roth is live at the Sunoco gas station. That's on North State Street. Brandon, what can you tell us?
Well, Frankie, just within the last few minutes, Syracuse police have released an official statement. They say that last night, shortly before 1 o'clock, 12:44 a.m., they received a call of a report of a suspect with a gun, and they arrived here at the Sunoco station. They encountered the 33-year-old male who was armed with a gun. Now, during that encounter, they say police officers on the scene fired at the suspect and striking him at least 1 time, and that suspect was pronounced dead at the scene, and police say a weapon was recovered at the scene as well. Again, Syracuse police now confirming that police officers were involved in an officer-involved shooting in which a suspect, they say an armed suspect, was shot and killed out at the Sunoco station here on the corner of James Street and North State Street shortly before 1 o'clock this morning. The suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. He's reported to be a 33-year-old male. Investigators have been combing through this area, especially focusing on that area back there by the dumpsters. Of course, this is all developing right now. Stay with us. We'll have updates for you on this officer-involved shooting of an armed suspect throughout the day. But now that is the latest here in Syracuse. Brandon Roth for Today in Central New York. Frankie, let's take it back to you.
Before you head out of the door, let's take a look at your morning rush. An entire dorm at Syracuse University is shut down this morning. 200 students are quarantining as they are tested for COVID-19. Now, COVID-19 turned up in the Ernie Davis Hall wastewater. The detection does not mean that a student has the virus, but they're shutting it down out of caution. The school is also now starting to test all students and school employees who live in the building. Right now, the university is reporting 9 active coronavirus cases with 29 recoveries. School districts in our state will be required to provide the Department of Health with daily COVID-19 data. This mandate goes into effect on Tuesday. Now, districts will have to tell the health department how many people tested positive. Now, all of that information will be available on a new online dashboard. Now, each district will need to have a link to the dashboard on their website. The Oswego County Health Department is warning the community of 2 possible exposures to COVID-19 in the town of Fulton. Now, the first was at Mimi's Drive-In from 5 to 9 p.m. this past Sunday or Tuesday. Now, the next was at Mama Gina's Pizzeria from 7:30 to 9 last Sunday. Now, health officials are asking those who visited the restaurants to monitor themselves for COVID-19. Governor Cuomo is giving casinos in New York State the green light to reopen next week. Governor Cuomo says casinos can reopen their doors as early as Wednesday, but there are requirements for the state. Now, casinos must operate at 25% capacity. Social distancing and face masks are required. Food and drinks will not be allowed on the gaming floor, and casinos must have enhanced air filtration systems installed. Casinos owned by Indian nations like Turning Stone and Yellow Brick Road have already been open since early June. Pete.
At 6:56, most of us are sunny with just a few thin clouds. I think most of central New York should stay dry. There's only one spot today that there might be a shower. We'll keep an eye east of Lake Ontario late this morning or midday. There's a brief lake effect shower or 2 potential there, but even there, it's just brief. Otherwise, today is breezy, refreshing, enjoyable. Yes, a little lower temperature-wise than yesterday and the day before, but hard to argue with 74, 75 in September. Overnight tonight, again, just some passing clouds. And once again, we keep an eye out over and east of Lake Ontario for an opportunity at a passing shower or 2, none in central New York. For the day tomorrow, sunshine in central New York gives way to clouds and maybe a late day or overnight shower. That's brief. It does not ruin the day. Up north, there's a better chance once in a while for that to happen. High 74, mixed sun and clouds on Sunday. A little warmer Monday and then much warmer after that, Frankie.
All righty, thank you guys so much for joining us on this Friday. Go out and have an amazing day.